Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video I would like to give another example on Green's theorem. See, this is the statement of the given problem. This problem is very important, so all of you please listen carefully. Verify Green's theorem for circular integral xy plus y square whole into dx plus x square dy, where C is the boundary of the region which is bounded by the straight line y is equal to x and the parabola y is equal to x square. Okay, see the solution. Actually here we have to prove that statement of the Green's theorem. So it is enough to prove that what is the statement of Green's theorem. According to the Green's theorem, circular integral m dx plus n dy over c is equal to double integral dou n by dou x minus dou m by dou y whole into dy dx. This is the statement of Green's theorem. We are going to prove this result. Okay, first of all I will find out the right hand side. Text heading to find right hand side value. So here we have to write what is m and what is n. Compare the left hand side of the Green's theorem with the given problem. So coefficient of dx is nothing but capital M and coefficient of dy is capital M. So here what is capital M? Here capital M is equal to xy plus y square, and what is capital N? It would be x square. So take partial derivative of m with respect to y and partial derivative of n with respect to x. I hope you are all very familiar to partial derivatives. So whenever we are taking the partial derivatives of m with respect to y, except y remaining are all constants. That's why its derivative is x for the first term plus 2y, and dou n by dou x is nothing but 2x. Okay. Now we have to draw the figure also. Here given that C is the boundary of the region which is bounded by y is equal to x and y equal to x square. What is y is equal to x? Y is equal to x is a straight line which passes through origin from third quadrant to first quadrant. And what would be y is equal to x square? It is a upward parabola. X square is equal to 4ay form. That's why it is upward parabola. Clearly we are observing that the intersection part, nothing but the region which is bounded by these both curves, should lies in the first quadrant only. See here I will write. This is x axis and this is y axis. This is the y is equal to x straight line. This is the y is equal to x straight line. And what about the next one? Y is equal to x square, which is upward parabola. You may take in this shape. So clearly this is the region bounded by the both parabolas. Okay, we are observing that this part is not necessary. This is intersecting point is 0, 0, and this point is 1, 1. Okay, y is equal to x and y is equal to x square are intersecting at 2 points. One is at origin and another one is 1, 1. How can we get that intersecting points? Simple. You can solve these both equations. It means that replace y is equal to x here. You will get x square is equal to x. So x square minus x is equal to 0. So x into x minus 1 is equal to 0. By solving this both equations, you can easily get the values of x as 0, 1 and y values as 0, 1. That's why 0, 0 and 1, 1 are intersecting points. Now consider RHS. Consider RHS. What is RHS? Double integral dou n by dou x minus dou m by dou y whole into dy dx or r. So double integral. What is dou n by dou x? It would be 2x. 2x minus x. directly you will get x minus 2y whole into dy dx. So it is enough to write the values of limits. Okay, since in order we have to take the integration with respect to y first, these were the limits of y. By using the figure, we have to find out the limits of y in terms of x. For y values in terms of x, you should take a vertical step in this region. So this is the lower part which gives the lower limit. What is it? This is the x square is equal to y parabola. That's why what is y here? X square. And what about the upper limit? It is the straight line part, which is y is equal to x. And what about the x limits? X varies from 0 to 1 in this part. So we should express x limits, which are outer integral limits, should be constants. Okay. So integral x is equal to 0 to 1. What is the integration of x? First of all, I will take the integration with respect to y. That's why it would be xy minus y square by 2 getting cancelled. Within the limits, y is equal to x square to x dx. That is equal to integral x is equal to 0 to 1. Apply the upper limit. X into x, x square minus x square. By applying lower limit, whenever we have y, replace it by x square. So x into x, it would be x cube minus of minus plus x square whole square. It would be x power 4 whole into dx. So x square getting cancelled. Integration of x cube is minus x power 4 by 4 plus integration of x power 5 is x power 4 is x power 5 by 5. Within the limits 0 to 1. So minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 5. By taking the LCM, you will get minus 5 plus 4. It would be minus 1 by 20. Take it equation number B. Okay, you will take original Green's theorem is equation number A. So in this Green's theorem, the right hand side value is obtained as minus 1 by 20. Now it is enough to find out the left hand side value. See it. Text heading to find LHS, nothing but verification. So from the Green's theorem, actually the original value of left hand side is circular integral m dx plus n dy over c is equal to circular integral. What is m? Write the given problem here, it is enough. So which is xy plus y square whole into dx plus x square dy over c. Take it equation number 1. But from figure, our curve C has two parts. Okay, this is from origin to this part. You can say this arc as C1. After that, it comes from 1 comma 1 to 0 comma 0. You can take this part is C2. So from the figure, the circulation of m dx plus n dy around C is nothing but integration over C1 plus integration over C2. So in this way only we can find out the integration around C. Okay, so text heading along C1. Okay, what is the equation number C1? So clearly we are observing that C1 is the arc of the parabola x square is equal to y. So clearly equation of C1 is y is equal to x square. That's why dy is equal to 2x dx. Everybody knows that derivative for x square is 2x. That's why dy becomes 2x dx. And also we are observing that along C1 x varies from 0 to 1. So just look at the x coordinate of this point and this point. X varies from 0 to 1. Okay. Also x varies from 0 to 1. So replace these all values in equation number 1. Okay. We have to substitute these all variations in equation number 1, then you will get the integration over C1 for the function m dx plus n dy. So integral over C1 m dx plus n dy is equal to integration x is equal to 0 to 1. Automatically all terms in this integration becomes in terms of x only, because whenever we have y, I am replacing it by x square, and whenever we have dy, I am replacing it by 2x dx. So x into x square, it would be x cube, and y square, what is y square? X square whole square, it would be x power 4 whole into dx plus x square. Okay, what is dy? 2x dx. That's why you will get 2x into x square, it would be 2x cube dx. Okay, see the simplification in this side. So this integral becomes integral x is equal to 0 to 1. We are observing that dx is the common term, so x cube plus 2x cube, it would be 3x cube, plus what is the remaining term? X power 4 whole into dx. In both parts dx is the common term, that's why you add x cube and 2x cube, you will get 3x cube. What is the integration of 3x cube? 3x power 4 by 4. What is the integration of x power 4? Very simple integrations. X power 5 by 5 within the limit 0 to 1. So 3 by 4 plus 1 by 5. Take the LCM, you will get 20. So 5 3s are 15. 15 plus 4, it would be 19 by 20. Take it equation number 3. Now it is enough to calculate integration along C2. So take siding along C2. Clearly C2 equation of C2 is, it is the straight line y is equal to x. Y is equal to x. That's why dy is equal to dx. So automatically all terms becomes in terms of x only by replacing y is equal to x and dy is equal to dx in this equation number 1. So it is enough to observe the x limits. What are the x limits? Along C2, since direction is from upward to downwards, okay, x varies from 1 to 0. Okay, so equation number 1 implies integral m dx plus n dy over C2 is equal to x varies from 1 to 0, and whenever we have y, replace it by x. So x into x, it becomes x square. Again here we have y square. What is y? X. So you will get x square whole into dx plus x square into dx. So anyway dx is the common term, so x square plus x square plus x square, it would be 3x square. 3 is the common term which is constant, x is equal to 1 to 0, x cube dx, sorry, it would be x square only, 3x square, 3 into x cube by 3 within the limits 1 to 0, 3 getting cancelled. By applying upper limit minus lower limit, you will get 0 minus 1, it would be minus 1. Take it equation number 4. Now we have to add this both parts to get integration around C. Okay, look at this side. So finally equation number 2 implies required circulation m dx plus n dy over C is equal to integration along over C1, along C1. Integration along C1 is nothing but 19 by 20 minus integration along C2 is nothing but minus 1. So 20 is the LCM, you will get 19 minus 20 by 20, it would be minus 1 by 20. Already we got the right hand side value of the Green's theorem is also minus 1 by 20. So what happened? You can take, this is equation number C, B is equal to C, nothing but LHS is equal to RHS in the Green's theorem statement capital A. Hence Green's theorem is verified. This is the conclusion. Hence Green's theorem is verified. So, in the next video I will give some more examples on Green's theorem. Thank you very much. Don't forget one thing, please subscribe my channel and share this channel